So let's talk about Jeremy Sochan to start this thing. I love everything about what Jeremy Sochan has done this year. I love every single thing in terms of what he's been about for the San Antonio Spurs. And it's not an accident that I paired the Nuggets and Spurs clips, because the guy that Sochan reminds me of most right now is probably Aaron Gordon. So far this year, Sochan's averaging 17.5 points, 9 rebounds, 2.5 assists per game. He's shooting 56% from the field, 18 in their opener against Dallas, 17 against Houston. I did mention when we broke down the earlier San Antonio stuff, the first night, or I guess that was second night, that I liked what Sochan had brought in that game, even though they lost and, generally the team did not play well. I thought he brought it. I thought he was tough against Luka. I thought that he was aggressive defensively, and that's what he brings. That's what I loved about him pre-draft. It's what I continue to love about him as a player. In this game against Houston, he goes 17 points, 12 rebounds. He was a beast on the glass in this game. He was so good, just crashing relentlessly. I don't even know if I got many of the rebounds, but he was fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. 3 assists, 2 steals. And I think what we're going to go through and kind of point out here is just the aggression. He feels like he has the confidence and the aggression now that he didn't have last year. And that's what's so exciting about his game. So this one goes set screen, easy bucket in front of Alperen Şengün helping. Goes right through Şengün's chest there. But I want you guys to focus on the speed and the intent, right? This is a fantastic, unbelievable pocket pass from Chris Paul. But Sochan just never stops moving. He's just aggressive. He's downhill. He gets all the way to the rim. Here, drive there from Barnes, and just watch Sochan just work his way around, right into an open little mid-range jumper. If he can make that shot, that's all he needs, I think. It'd be great if he can make threes. I'm skeptical if he will at this point, but the shot doesn't look terrible there. He took a 3 later in this game that looked pretty bad. He airballed it at the end of a shot clock, but I just love the movement here. I love the energy. I love how he's just trying to find an open area. Speed, cuts with real effort and energy. Just creates that open little mid-range shot. Goes up, gets the rebound here. Leads the break. Again, just sees that he has the advantage on Şengün here. I love that he recognizes the court. You can see that he's looking up, or at least he was. I think he looked down at the ball again, but he was looking up a second ago to see what the court looked like. And he recognizes, hey, we've got the court here that we want. I'm just going to try and beat Şengün to the spot. Şengün does a really good job of staying attached to him, but I love that he's being aggressive. Even though he smokes that layup, I love that he is attacking and getting downhill. This, just attacking and getting downhill again, right? Just an easy little dribble handoff. Nothing crazy here. They decide to go under it because of course they do with him. And he just decides, I'm going to beat Tari Eason to the spot, and I'm going to bump him, and I'm going to force him to stay down, and I'm going to score. Look at the physicality. Goes up, gets the contested rebound around Jock Landale, leads the break again, right? He's playing with so much speed, so much aggression, so much energy, and then gets the ball back. They feed him after the great offensive rebound and the early push. He's creating transition opportunities where they aren't there, which is huge. It's absolutely huge for San Antonio, whose offense is without Devin Vassell right now. And generally their half-court offense, I think, is going to need some work this year. They're going to be working through a lot. He rolls in, gets the switch from Van Vliet, realizes that he has the switch from Van Vliet, and he doesn't go in space to the corner. He doesn't go and filter through to the other side. He's like, no, Reed Shepherd is in that opposite corner. He's not big enough to deal with me. Fred Van Vliet is not big enough to deal with me. I'm going to be aggressive, and I'm going to call for the ball from Zach Collins. He gets it, seals Van Vliet, goes. I grabbed this one because, again, defensively, really sharp. So Jeremy here. So on Jabari Smith, at a certain point, Sochan just kind of stopped guarding Jabari Smith in this game for a while. He recognizes here that Şengün is going to be rolling to the rim. They put 2 on the ball, which means they're going to be looking for the outlet in the short roll potentially. And he just beats Şengün to the spot and then leads the break again. Gets it going downhill again. Just look at the defense. He's there again. He's here to help. Just ready to help again. Constantly all over the place. As soon as Jabari gets into the lane, he goes and he's there. This looks like some sort of like almost like a weird zone, like hybrid-y kind of thing. But because of his presence there is kind of what I want to call out. He's just like cutting off all penetration. It's really hard for Şengün to be able to find a driving angle. He's going to have to like backspin with 5 seconds left on the shot clock and take his eyes off the rim. Şengün's cutting off the angle there. And then he slides back onto Smith when he needs to. He has really good instincts. He knows where to be. Then he goes and gets the loose ball, right? Just a really sharp player. Really, really smart, aggressive, confident. This one, again, early rotation. Contests the Şengün shot at the basket. I love just his recognition right now on defense. It's fantastic. Again, Smith, he doesn't care. Really, if we're being completely honest, this has to be a kick out to Jabari Smith. And if Jabari Smith can't make that shot, he can't be on the court. But he tries to spin back and Şengün just stays solid. This is what I liked about Jeremy Sochan in the draft. I loved that he was 6'9" and big and strong and had like a 7'3" wingspan. I figured if anything got figured out offensively, he was going to be super valuable just because of what he brings on defense, the instincts, the awareness rotationally, just really, really sharp. Again, defensively. Comes up, they fight through it. He switches on to Van Vliet. Goes, kind of gives just that little motion there, that little swipe at the ball just to make it a little bit harder. I think it knocks off Jabari's balance just a little bit. And he ends up missing, goes up for the rebound again. This one with 6 seconds left in the first half. I think a year ago, he probably just tries to shoot this. But to speak to his change in mentality and his aggression, he's just like, I'm going downhill. I'm going to beat these guys to the rim. Beats him to the rim and scores. Finishes at the rim. Let's get to a quick little note from Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money action. There are over 10 million members. Like I said a second ago, they invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks always puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. We are big fans of Prize Picks here. We absolutely love the app and what they're doing for the daily fantasy sports scene. Download the app today and use code Game Theory to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use that code Game Theory to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Sets a screen, sets a ball screen, flips it. Realizes he didn't have it there, but goes and tries to attack again. Drills this mid-range jumper with, I think, like 1.7 seconds left on the shot clock, something like that. Yep. Nails it. If he can make that shot, he's a very valuable player. He is like an Aaron Gordon level valuable player, like immediately. And look, here's the thing with the Spurs. They need somebody like this next to Wemby, like desperately. This is somebody that will help, this crash bang forward who will be able to take advantage of Wemby as a passer as soon as Wemby like really becomes fully actualized as a passer. And they'll be able to hopefully defend multiple positions and rebound the ball in the way that he has so far this year. Having somebody like this is super valuable, but he can also pass it too. He's unselfish. He's smart with the ball. This one, he attacks Şengün and he's just got his eyes up, right? He's trying to figure out, okay, what am I doing? Where are my teammates? And he sees that Keldon Johnson realizes that Jalen Green is there. Great pass. And he always goes and congratulates his teammates too. I really, really like Jeremy Sochan. What I will say though, this probably can't be the shot for Jeremy right now. I love that he goes and attacks the glass again, but like a post up against Dylan Brooks for Jeremy is not going to go super well right now. I would have loved to have seen him as soon as Jalen passed it, or as soon as Jalen tried to go double, kick it there. But he didn't. That's okay. He goes up for it. Just can't do that stuff yet right now. This one goes, takes a ball screen. Can't do this either right now. Can't shoot off the bounce yet. But look, this is a inbounds play. 5 seconds on the shot clock when he catches it. It doesn't look smooth right now. It doesn't look solid. It's going to take a while for Sochan to shoot it. You just hope he gets to a point where he's like Aaron Gordon in terms of like making like 31, 32 from three. Throughout his career already, by the way, like he has been around that level. He made 31 last year on 3 attempts per game. You can't shoot it off the dribble, but like if he can get a ball just off the catch, that's the one that you hope he can make. And I think the mechanics from the mid-range look better. He just needs to continue working through it all. Ball screen, and just look at what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the matchups that they want. So here they're going to set a screen. They switch it. And now I love how Houston like pre-switches this or, scramble switches this, right? They make it so that Dylan goes there and that Fred is on Zach Collins spacing from the corner, but he goes out and again, just hits the roll, gets fouled from Fred, having to help over again after he had switched him off. Again, it's just aggression. It's constant movement. It's constant motion. These are the guys that are valuable to me. And then finally, just a beautiful backdoor cut here to end his day. As soon as Jalen gets beat there, Jabari has to help. I mean, I would love to see Whitmore help down there. It's not really Cam's game yet at this point. Cam played really, really well in this game too. But yeah, Jeremy Sochan's been fantastic so far for the Spurs this season. I would argue he has been their second best player, like pretty clearly to this point. You could even, honestly, given how bad Wembanyama was in the opener, might be their best player so far over the course of the 2 games. But I would still say Wemby is the guy getting all the attention anyway. I mean, I love everything about what I've seen from Sochan this year. He's been great. He's been super, super fun to watch. The energy, the aggression, it's all been very impactful.